Welcome to It's Your City. I'm Sheriff Ken Furlong, and I'm very, very pleased to be with you today, actually pushing out information about what's going on in Carson City right now. And at Midsummer Point, this is just a perfect opportunity to speak with you today. I'd like to talk to you about two subjects that are near and dear to the Sheriff's Office. First off, we have National Night Out coming on us on August 6th, and I want to explain a few things about that. And I wanted to spend some time talking to you about some of the tragedies that we've had on Highway 50, what the Sheriff's Office and Nevada Highway Patrol and Lyon County are doing about those. But first, let's talk about National Night Out. National Night Out is the one night of the year that we all come together in Mills Park with all of our public safety throughout the entire region. That includes your law enforcement, your forest fire, your city fire department, many of our military services. We all come together and we share an opportunity for you to meet and greet and actually learn a few things of services that are available. This year we are reaching out. We want to make sure that everybody in Carson City is connected to whatever resources that are out there that they may have a particular need for. Yours, for example, might be at a booth. You might have a good time with some of the different vendors that are out there, and come along the booth and you can get a whole lot of real valuable information on just those needs that you particularly have. National Night Out is about crime prevention, and that's really what the core issue is. And we've been doing this for now on 11 years. And we've had some great demonstrations out there, all the way from how the bad guys are making methamphetamines to celebrating those firefighters, such as at the Bison Fire, the hard work that they do and how they protect our homes. When it comes to crime prevention on National Night Out, we expect you or ask you to keep your lights on all night long. It's about crime prevention, and it's about safeguarding our community, safeguarding you and your property. Leaving your lights on at night does distract criminals to push them away from that area. Criminal activity often looks for that cover of darkness that gives them an opportunity. And in fact, we have had many home surveillance systems that have shown us the proof of what a small amount of light can do to this criminal activity. It's amazing. They're looking for opportunities. And it's easy to protect yourself and your properties from the bad things from happening. Number one, secure your property. We find that most auto thefts from your vehicles in Carson City are actually occurring from unlocked cars or cars left with the keys in it. Yes, with the keys in it. And those aren't the only things that are being left. So when the would-be criminal comes along and the car door is open, the windows are down, an iPad or an iPod is sitting on the dashboard, and the lights are off and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, that's an easy opportunity to disrupt your life, and the event takes only a matter of seconds, and then off he walks down the street onto his next victim of opportunity. So let's leave our lights on, our porch lights on, all the way through August. Let's really concentrate on reducing crimes. Now, I did say that National Night Out is a reaching out for many resources here in Carson. This past year, there's been a lot of talk about gun registrations and gun controls and the availability of different things, and it has really brought a lot of attention to our homes and our residences. We at the Sheriff's Office have focused in on one of the opportunities that I believe is very easy to reach here in Carson, and that's those folks that are suffering through some conditions of mental health, and to create opportunities when we come in contact with them. The Sheriff's Department has, over the past 6 months, developed a program that allows us to reach out and actually connect with folks that are struggling in life through crisis and almost carry them by hand through the system that will provide them with a better life. And we want the families to be encouraged to join on with those opportunities. Families are struggling very difficultly all the way across the country when they embrace folks that are otherwise incapable of holding down good long-term employment, or their conditions provide that they just are incapable. So we wanted to be a part of that solution. And we have programs in the detention center, and we have reached out into the patrol areas to realize that we can take a very aggressive part in de-escalating the crises and providing services that will get folks back on their feet and return their lifestyle to a normalcy that we can all operate and live in happiness. So that's what National Night Out is about. We're going to have all of those public safety services. In addition to that, we're going to be providing a lot of our agencies and businesses here in town an opportunity to say, here's what we have. All you need to do is contact us, and we can help in this way. You know, I was just recently up at one of the services that Carson City has, and my family has a unique issue, and they had pamphlets there. So not only did I take care of my meeting, I took pamphlets as I walked out the door that gave me some answers to some things that we were struggling with, and had those resources that we can now call on. So please don't be embarrassed, please don't be ashamed, and please don't be afraid. All of these services are here, and they're here to help you. Whether you suffer from the conditions or the constraints, or you're supporting someone that is having difficulty. We're all there, we're all in this town together. This is Carson City, it is your town. And so we want to afford you that opportunity. Next, crime. Yes, it is, National Night Out is about crime reduction. This year we've been very, very successful in our town. We're down about 10% in the middle of the year from where we were last year in total crime. And that's a real achievement, because that's you helping us. You providing us the information that's going to allow us to get into those areas and do something about those suspicious circumstances or someone who just doesn't belong. That's you helping us, and we're here to help you. And we've been very successful. I want to tell you, it's been a difficult first half of the year. As everyone knows, the news media has capitalized on many, many severe events that have occurred in Carson. But overall, your health and your welfare and the quality of life in Carson City is progressing very, very well this year, and I'm very proud to tell you that. Let's keep the second half of the year just as entertaining. Next thing I'd like to talk to you about is a very serious matter, and that's the highway accidents and the fatalities that we've been having on our Highway 50 corridor. Just this year, we've lost numerous residents, friends, and family members on the highway, all the way from Mills Park and now extending all the way just to the east of Dayton. Those are all tragedies, because those are all our families and our friends and our co-workers. The Dayton community, while it's in Lyon County, is a part of Carson. Many of the folks that live in Dayton actually work here or have families here. And we all know that that highway, the stretch of 50 between Dayton and Carson City, has become extraordinarily troublesome. We're not waiting at the Sheriff's Office. We have engaged with the Nevada Highway Patrol, Nevada Department of Transportation, and many other agencies to really look at Highway 50 and how we can resolve some of those issues. Here's what I can tell you is being worked on right now. Enforcement activities on the Lyon County side with NHP and on the Carson City side have increased. It will not be unusual to see cars pulled over to the side of the road for cell phones, for seatbelt violations, for speed violations, or for any violation that says that this car should not be on the highway. We have increased those efforts tremendously already while we execute our plans on an even broader spectrum. In fact, today, this is a piece of it. We want everyone to know that our plan is a long-term plan to change the character of the drivers on Highway 50. Distracted driving, alcohol, substance abuse, all of these things are contributing to the fatalities that we've had. And that's on one side. And remember, because of our heroic services of our fire and medical teams, many fatalities don't have, but they do leave people disabled for a life. And we want to start preventing those. I've asked the state to join with me and create a task force that is going to address that entire stretch of the highway, where we are going to look at the engineering, the structure, and look for alternatives that's going to make it a safer corridor, a safer route for all of us to drive through. It is difficult, it is a challenge, because not only do you have open highways through there, you also have on both sides of the highways many sections with large businesses, residential areas, pedestrians, And these are the challenges that we have to look at. For every stretch of the highway, the circumstances are going to change a little bit. I'm about changing the character of the drivers. I'm about making it a safer route for you to travel and making it a safer community. We are on top of this. This may take time. I don't want a short-term solution. I'm looking for a long-term solution. It will incorporate engineering. It will incorporate enforcement. And yes, thank you very much for your attendance here today, because the mass media and getting the word out and everyone telling everyone, this is what we want to do in Carson City, because right now it looks like we just have one of the most deadly highways in the state. Let's change that character and make it the safest route in the state. Thank you very, very much for having me here today. I appreciate the opportunity. Spread the word. Let's create a safe highway out there between here and Lyon County and extend it on in. And let's come out on August 6th in Mills Park and join with all of our public safety and our military folks as we celebrate crime prevention in Carson City. Thank you very, very much.